Economist. The economy seems to be heading out of the recession. Okay, so he's saying that the economy seems to be coming out of a bad spot. Recent figures show that consumers are buying more durable goods than before, indicating that they expect economic growth in the near future. And okay. So I asked myself, is this an argument or a set of facts? And what would you say?
This is a an argument.
Yes. And what's our conclusion?
The economy seems to be heading out of a recession.
Excellent. And so then whenever we read this question stem, it says the consumers are buying more durable goods than before, figures or plays what role in the economist's argument. So what we want to do is find this statement in our argument. So and ask ourselves, and so I want you to make a prediction here and say it in your own words. So if you have to go slower on your time sections than you will when you take your actual test, that's totally normal. But ask yourself, what is the relationship between this sentence in regards to the conclusion? So why does the economist include this sentence to get to their argument's conclusion?
It seems to be heading out of a recession. Consumers are buying more durable goods than before. Because consumers are spending more money.
Well, yeah, yes, but why do we say that? Like, why does consumers buying more durable goods matter in regards to our conclusion? Is it an example? Is it a premise? Is it
That's what you're
an
asking.
analogy? Is it
I also wrote down like the different premises that appear as well. I'm just not extremely.
Oh no, it's okay. And you can think in broader terms. So if I were going to predict this, I would say we use it as proof to show that they expect the economic growth in the near future. And so we use this as support, right, for our conclusion. But the reason that we include this is as a premise to show why we think the economy is heading out of the recession, right?
Yes.
All right, so now we want to go through these answer choices. And so go ahead and read A out loud.
It is the phenomenon that the argument seeks to explain.
All right, and what does a phenomenon mean? I just replace it with thing. It is the thing that the argument seeks to explain.
Yeah.
And so is this what we have highlighted in yellow? Is this the thing the argument seeks to explain?
No, it's the pink, the conclusion.
Yeah, excellent. So A can't be our answer. All right, go ahead and try B.
Its truth is required in order for the argument's conclusion to be true. The truth is required. Its truth is required in order for the argument conclusion to be true. It doesn't.
What's an easier word than required? I like the word needed.
Okay. The truth is needed in order for the argument. Okay. I think I need to go back and read the question stem because I'm honestly so lost right now.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been before. Okay, so that's the support. Sorry, I'm just trying to.
No, you're taking it all in.
Okay, consumers are buying more durable goods than before, which is the support.
So what is it's referring to here when it says its truth?
The support. Oh,
its truth is what it's trying to say this, right? It's saying that this right here. And it's truth. So consumers are buying more durable goods than before. Truth is needed in order for the argument's conclusion to be true. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, so what if consumers were not buying more durable goods than before? Would the economy not be heading out of a recession?
We don't know.
Right, so I don't think it's needed. It supports it, like you said, it's its support, but I don't think it's needed. It's not required. That's kind of tough. Go ahead and try C.
It is an inference drawn from the premise that the recession seems to be ending. It is an inference. So it's saying that the yellow part is an inference drawn from the premise that the recession needs to be ending. It's not that, no.
What does inference mean on the LSAT too, by the way?
Like an assumption?
It means conclusion. So growing up, I always thought inference meant an educated guess. Well, they lied to us because on the LSAT, inference is actually way stronger. So it means it is a conclusion drawn from the premise that the recession seems to be ending. What we have in yellow is not a conclusion, right?
Right.
So that one's pretty easy to cross off.
Okay. I'm writing that down, by the way, because there's a lot of terms and I'm like, what are they even saying?
Sorry, I throw a lot, like I bring in a lot to my sessions where more than just the question.
I appreciate that because I'm writing it down.
Good. Oh, yeah. I review these, like I will ask these as many times as you want to meet. I will always go over every question in this much detail.
Good. I need that. Okay. It is an inference or it is a conclusion drawn from the premise that the consumers expect economic growth in the near future. It is a conclusion drawn from the premise that consumers expect. So it's saying it's a conclusion from this last sentence.
Yep. It's saying it is a conclusion drawn from the premise that consumers expect economic growth in the future. What do you think about that answer?
It could be a conclusion from that last sentence.
Okay. Let's go on to the last sentence or the last answer. Let's leave that one for now.
It is the primary evidence. Is that me or you?
All right, I think it's me, and I don't even know what.
I thought it was me. I was like, oh, dang, I'm so sorry. But no worries. It's fine. It is the primary evidence from which the argument conclusion is drawn. I think, and this is where I'm down with 2 questions. The 2 questions always. It is primary evidence from which argument the conclusion is drawn. I think it's evidence.
Who is, sorry.
No worries.
Okay, we're good. Okay, yeah, it is. So it is referring to what we have in yellow. So is what we have in yellow the primary evidence from which the conclusion, which is the pink, is drawn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yes.
That's exactly, like that's the role it's definitely playing, because remember, we're always looking like in through the eyes of the conclusion, where D is saying it is a conclusion drawn from the premise. A conclusion is something that we have to add support for. So is the idea that, so to say why D is incorrect of why consumers are buying more durable goods than before is not a conclusion, is we don't have any support for that, right? Indicating that they expect economic growth in the near future does not support the idea that consumers are buying more durable goods, right? It's almost the opposite.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
Okay, cool. So that's why that one would be incorrect. And E would be our answer.